Welcome to my channel GoDigit. Today in this video we will learn about how to deploy your app directly from VS Code to your online sandbox environment. And along with that, as you know that last time we have checked about something called text your app with the next minor and with the next major thing. So in the last part of the video, I have just explained you the concept of how to test your app with the upcoming versions of the Business Central, but I have not shown you how to configure that part. So today in this video, we will check that too as well. So this is my project. Okay, I have already cloned it, and before we start this work, I would like to show you this script as well, like cloud development environment. Okay, so this script basically helps you to create a new cloud development environment, which is a Business Central SaaS sandbox environment for your project. Okay, so as you can see, I just run this script and it opens up this PowerShell window for me. And now it is saying that this script will create a cloud-based development environment for your project. And please note this fact that all the apps and the test apps will be compiled and published to the environment in the development scope only. So for example, when you push your app via this VS Code and to this particular development environment, all the extensions type will be dev extensions. Okay, so how it started, it just first asked me my default environment name, so I just select that. I did not change anything. Then it gives me this device login option because we are creating an online environment. It is not an on-prem. Okay, so it gives me this login. It gives me this URL along with this code. So I open this and paste this code, and then it asked me about the email ID and the password. That email ID and the password is something which should be your work email account. It should not be your normal live.com or gmail.com or hotmail.com. It should not be like that. Your account should be an organization account which should have the rights of administration, who can create the account in your Azure. Okay, so I use this particular email ID, which is a test email ID, you could say, and it helps me to create an online sandbox environment for me. So right now, as you can see, it is preparing at the moment. So before it will finish it off, let's learn about something else. So if I open this GitHub part and if I go to the actions, here you see that we have certain workflows. Some of the workflows we have already learned about it. Let's learn about how to configure this text next major, next minor, and along with this, there is a CD option in the CI/CD workflow. CD option is nothing but the continuous deployment. Okay, so for example, whenever we develop any extension, we after we finish our unit testing at our local system, which is most probably done by the developer, we required to move that project, to move that complete development to any QA environment so that our testing team can check that as well. Okay, so to deploy to make that deployment automatic, this CD option can play a very important role. So for example, if you see, I have configured that part, and if I open this, so this this CI/CD YML, what it is doing, that as soon as I push my changes from VS Code to my GitHub repository, so automatically CI/CD pipeline will start running. And now when it will start running, it will not only give us the build artifact, but it also deploy deploy to the environments. Okay, so to configure those environments, there is a file in the VS Code and that file is settings.json. So when you come to this settings.json, what you need to add is that you need to add this parameter called environments. Okay, and then under this environment you have to mention your different environments. Okay, so for example, like you can see here that it is currently mentioned here as QA, which means that there is one QA environment of mine which on which I really want to deploy. Okay, so I have mentioned the QA here. Let me show you how many environments I have. So for example, here you can see that I have this QA environment in my online sandbox and online sandbox business central. Okay, so I want to deploy my app to this particular environment. So that's why the name of this environment is QA. And if I show you right here, it is the name of this environment is QA. So I picked this name from here and I just place that name right away here. Okay, so it's not like that you can input any such name. You have to mention the exact name of your test environment, sandbox environment. Okay, but yes, this name is fixed. You cannot change this name. You have to add this parameter and define here multiple your sandbox environment. So it's not like that if I want to input other environments of mine on which I want to deploy, I can very well do that. Okay, so you just have to mention those environments name here, but I have only one, so I can mention only one here. Okay, so this is the first part of the configuration. This is not the complete one. Okay, so right now I have defined this, but another thing which we have to do is that on your project you go to the settings, and under the settings, sorry, you have to click on the secrets and click on this actions, and here you have to define the secrets. Okay, so for example, here you can see that I have defined two secrets here. First one is insider says token and second one is QA auth context. I will let you know about what exactly this is, but first let's learn about this. So guys, the thing is, because I want to deploy to my QA environment and my QA environment is available on online business online sandbox business central, so there is one account registered with this. I have to provide that information so that my I could set up some link between that setting which I have placed in my VS Code with that particular environment. So to do that thing, okay, so what you need to do is that first of all you need to run this command, authorization context new BC authorization context include device login get GL authorization context BC auth context, and this, don't worry, you just no need to learn it. I will give this command to the description section. I will copy this command there and you just copy that from there and run it in your VS Code. So what this means is, so if you guys know, in Business Central we have a concept of open authorization protocol, OAuth 2, right? So there are two ways through which we can provide an authorization to the user with the with the tenants. Okay, so the thing is, the one of the two methods is that first one is user impersonation and second one is service to service connection. Okay, user impersonation requires a business central user. Okay, you cannot provide any other user. You have to give the information of your business central user. So for example, here in this account, in this business central sandbox, I have to give the information of this particular user in order to use this OAuth protocol with the user impersonation method. Okay, so what I have to do is that when I run this command, when I just copy this command and run this command here, okay, you just have to pay first of all, of course, you need to, right now my my script is running, but I can do one thing is that I can open another instance of the PowerShell, and what I can do here is that I can move to my app folder. Okay, and here what you need to do is that you need to paste that complete script here, and then what it will do, it will run your command, it will run that command and give you an option, give you a similar option, that it will give you this link and this code which you have to run it on your web browser, and then as soon as you provide this user information which we have defined here, it will just simply give you a token. Okay, so it will just give you that particular token uh, through which you can just copy. Okay, and then you can paste that token here. So for example, what you need to do is that you need to click on this button, new repository secret, and here you need to give the name of your environment QA, and then this standard naming convention which is authorization context, and then whatever token has given by this command to you, you just have to paste it here by Control V. Okay, and that's it. You just have to click on this add secret button, and it will add this type of secret for you. So for example, if I show you here, so this is the name. Okay, and right now it is not visible, but here I have placed my secret. Okay, so that's the thing which you just have to perform, and it will simply now you have linked your environment with this particular secret and the name, and when you publish this app, or when you push this app from VS Code to the GitHub, what system will do? System will check that your settings.json have the environment mentioned as QA, so it will just simply go to the secrets and see that is there any environment information available with respect to the name QA, and it pick that token, pass it to the authorization protocol, and then it will simply get passed because of that token you have, and system will simply push the app to your QA environment. Okay, so that's the one thing to configure the environments part. If you see here, this is my QA environment, and if I go to the extension management, here you can see that my app2 is already deployed. Okay, and that's why uh, if I show you the actions part, this deploy to QA CD pipeline got successfully uh, done or completed. Okay, my one job is completed without any issue. You can see here that it checks the authorization context part. Okay, see, it is using my QA underscore auth context secret, and then it pushed that particular app to the my QA environment of online sandbox business central. Okay guys, so this is the thing to deploy your particular app to your online sandbox environment. Let's learn how to configure that uh, next minor and next major thing. Okay, so what you need to do is that you again have to go to the settings part, and here when you go to the actions, you can see I have also created one another secret, just like the same method, that you have to click on new repository secret, then give the name of your secret, and then paste your SAS token here in under this text box, and you are done. Okay, so what the thing is that we pass the SAS token. SAS token is something which you like if you own, if you are a Microsoft partner and you buy the developer license from the Microsoft to build the apps of Business Central, then you can generate this SaaS token on the Azure. Okay, so if you don't know about that, you can very well contact to your administration in your company who can give you the SaaS token. But SaaS token is very much necessary if you want to test your app with the upcoming versions of the Business Central, which is not yet launched. Okay, so the thing is, uh, what we need to do is that first thing is we need to add a secret with this name and the value which you receive from your company. And then the second thing is you again go to your VS Code. In the settings.json you have to add this parameter called insider SaaS token secret name. So this is the standard name, you cannot change anything here, you just have to use the same naming convention, and then pass the name of the secret which you have created here in the GitHub. So my secret name is insider SaaS token. So that's what I have done here. Okay, and once you are done with it, then you push your app to the GitHub. Now what you need to do is that you need to go to the actions, you need to click on the test next minor, click on run workflow. Okay, and then you just simply click on run workflow. So when you click on this button, similarly this workflow will get initiated. Right now you can see that it is finished, but when I click here, you will see that uh, it will go to check your insider SaaS token and then download the Business Central container for the next miner. Okay, so right now the next miner is 21.2. Okay, so here you can see that it is reading our secrets, and then it will see it is reading our secret insider SaaS token was retrieved from the GitHub environment. Okay, now when it retrieve that SaaS token, then it will create the container also of Business Central, and the container which it will create, you can see that it is pulling the generic image. uh, See, it is creating a Business Central version 21.2 because 21.2 is the current next miner which will be launched next month. Okay, so this system is doing automatically because of this workflow called test next miner. But one parameter which it requires is the SaaS token. So I've told you how to get that SaaS token and how to add that test token under the settings as a secret. And then what you can do here is that you can define this parameter here and it will do the things for you automatically. Now let's see the test next major thing. So if you click on this, you just have to click on run workflow and run workflow. It will start running, and when if we see the output of this as well, it will test your app for with the next major version. So currently the major version is BC21, but when the new version, the new major version will get launched, it will be 22. Okay, so let's see that which version it is creating here. So you can see here that version is 22. So this means that my app is now compatible with the next major version as well, which will get launched. And this all we can do via this workflow. So for example, if you are a developer, you are done with your development and you want to test your things. So what you can do is that first of all, you push your app via VS Code to the GitHub. So automatically CI/CD will initiate and it will test your app with the current version of the Business Central, and it will give you the build artifact as well. and then it will deploy as well to your particular QA environment. Then after will it get finished, what you can do is that you can test your app that whether it is compatible with the upcoming versions of the Business Central or not. So guys, this is a very good thing and a very effective workflow which will reduce your not only the time but the efforts, so that you are very much sure enough that your app is compatible with which versions of the Business Central. Okay, so that's all for the today's video. I'm sorry I did not show you the complete thing one by one, because this all workflows will definitely take some bit of time. As you can see, it took 13 minutes, and then if I click on this, then it will also take 16 minutes. So it is not very good thing that I show you everything in that particular video, because uh, it will take some time. So you can see that once your workflow is done, you will get this green tick, which means that everything is done successfully without any issue. Okay, so that's the thing I want to share in this today's video. Next week we will learn something more about it, the other workflows, for example, create, release and publish to environment. Okay, so this create, release and publish to environment is nothing but when you want to publish your app to the production environment. Okay, so similarly, just like we deploy our app to the QA environment, if we want to publish our app, if we want to deploy our app to the to the production environment, first of all we have to create a release and then publish to that particular environment. Don't worry, we will see that thing how it get done next week. So till then, I just want to say one thing, that if you like this video, please hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video.